Paul Richter, Maximo Racing. You've got 3 cars here today. I think it's one of the heartwarming stories to see a new team arrived. Give us the history of Maximo Racing.
Well, Colin, thank you very much. So Maximo Racing started out literally about 3 months ago. I'm very passionate about racing. We came back from Mozambique, from living there for about 19 years, where I couldn't be involved with racing at all. So we came back initially. I was going to drive just by myself with a driving partner, and but then looking at it with the vision that Backdraft has for the series going forward, you know, we said this is really something interesting, something unique. What they're doing for the sport is absolutely magnificent, and we just said, you know, we want to be part of that vision and build the series out forward with them. And yeah, 2 months later, and we're sitting with 3 cars essentially. So yeah,
I mean, it's almost a fairy tale story,
yeah.
But the bigger fairy tale story is you, Paul.
Yeah.
I'm told that back in Mozambique, you loved racing so much that you were racing in your head, and that you used to lie down and you drive the tracks.
Absolutely.
What did that feel like?
Yeah, you know, that was really something different. I really missed it. You know, we were in the bush for many years, and I never forgot my racing days. You know, as an 8-year-old kid racing a Formula M car around, 125cc around Midval, something that I missed passionately. You know, and yes, I do recall those days lying on the bed, you know, humming the sound of a car and imagining the tracks and, you know, drawing the outline of the track on a piece of paper. So yes, for me, this really where I'm standing here, I can honestly tell you it's a dream come true for me. You know, just not just from a racing point of view as a driver, but being a team owner now and living out my passion. It's, you know, I couldn't have asked for anything more in life.
There's a little bit more to it than just having cars. There's a bigger vision. There's a future. Give us an insight into what that future could hold.
So what my vision is, and this has a lot to do with the vision of Backdraft as well, is to build the series out, you know, to eventually have 20-30 cars on the grid, and also to involve the overseas driver. You know, the driving in South Africa is cost effective, number one. Compared to the European scene, it is a much cheaper exercise driving in South Africa. So there's really a big market, okay, to bring overseas drivers into South Africa, to bring money into the sport. And once that money is in the sport, that can once again then be used to develop the South African racing scene.
I mean, imagine the dream where you could have something along the lines of motorsport tourism, where somebody could come here, drive, go and have a look at some of the beautiful nature 100%. That we've got.
Yeah, so that's the plan, is to give the guys an experience. To give you maybe an example, is to bring them out for the race weekend, but they come a week earlier to either the Kruger Park. We take them on safari, take them to the lodges. We combine that with a race weekend, or with perhaps something like a fishing charter. So they've got the entire experience, South African experience, and not just only a race weekend.
Awesome. Now you've welcomed Richard Rutz and Stevie Clark to your team as well.
Yes.
They bring a lot of technical knowledge and racing experience and tuning to the team.
Correct. I think this was a very important strategic move for us, for Maximo Racing, is to bring in the as you said, the technical expertise, but also the expertise from a driver point of view. I mean, we all know who Richard Rutz is, and it also brings a lot of credibility for us to the team. With their input going forward, I think we can only go forward.
There seems to be a spirit, and it's a common thread up and down the pit lane with the Backdraft teams. Very much family. We saw earlier you were having some lunch there. Everybody very, very Latin, sit around the table, yes, have some food, and have a connection with each other, family connection.
Absolutely. I mean, that's what we try and bring into the team. As you can see, my entire family is here, with the exception of my wife. Unfortunately, there's another racing event which she needs to be at to assist, also for Maximo Racing. But my mom, dad, my brother-in-law, my sister, everyone is here helping to make the dream work. And that's also the environment we want to create within the team. It's a family-friendly environment. You know, for all our drivers, we actually we would love them one day when it opens again for spectators and so on, to bring their kids along, their wives, and to make it a family experience. I think that's the most important aspect for us.
Love your passion, love your ethos, and may Maximo Racing go from strength to strength. Thanks a lot for spending time with us, Paul.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Cheers.